Virgo. This is your astrological monthly forecast for November 2016. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you that this is a forecast for anybody who is born under the sun, moon, or the rising sign in the sign of Virgo. And don't forget that you are more than one sign. I know you're all about being a Virgo and everything, but guess what? There's other energies that you possess than Virgo. So if you're curious about that, there's a website that I put in the description box to where you can go and check out your full birth chart. If you have your time of birth, it's especially helpful because then you can know your rising sign and all the houses and everything. Even if you don't, you can still see everything else, the planetary positions that are parts of your personality as well. So if you know your moon sign and or your rising sign, don't forget to watch your horoscopes for those as well, because they are super important, especially the rising sign. And if you would like a personalized reading that is unique to you, any insight, any clarity into any situation or part of your personality, I would so love to give you one. So my website is indigomoonastrology.com if you would like to schedule something. All right, now on to your general November forecast. Okay, Virgo, so I'm trying something new this month. I have a circular chart. It's physically like a chart that you can see, and the little planetary symbols that I can put around it to show you guys what the activity is and the energy is like for you guys this month. So it is transparent, so it may be just a little difficult to see, so just bear with me. I'm still learning to work with it here, but yeah, let's go check it out and see how everything affects Virgos this month. All right, Virgo, so we're going to take a look at the planetary activity and transits for you this month using this new board that I have. It's transparent, so forgive me if it's a little hard to see everything and all the symbols and stuff. Working with what I've got, I'm going to figure out a way to maybe make it a little bit more visible in the future. But here it is. And so we're going to start out talking about the sun's transit, okay? So wherever the sun transits, it's shining a light in that area and making things more clear, more visible for you. And we start out with the sun in Scorpio this month, okay, for the good portion of the month up until the 21st. So the sun is hanging out in your third house. See, here's you guys. This is Virgo. That's first house, second, third. Okay, so Scorpio is in your third house of communication, of siblings, of skills of the hands and things that you learn, like information and data that you can pick up on a day-to-day basis. So the sun here can have you focusing a lot on those things, maybe learning some new stuff. There was a new moon here on October 30th, so it kind of set the tone for a good part of November to have a new beginning here. So maybe now you're really focusing on maybe learning some new skills, maybe even some some things to do with siblings, spending time with your siblings. Maybe you guys have had some things going on with your siblings, so they really need you and really need you to spend time with them. So siblings are can be a big focus for you if you have siblings. But yeah, definitely learning some new stuff. The third house is also hanging out with people like very casually. It's one of those houses to rule that. Like just meeting strangers and talking to them about whatever. Okay, like any topic that you can think of, just talking to them about anything and everything. That is also the third house. It's very chatty and friendly and fun and flirty. So that could be like something that you guys are experiencing right now too, with the sun here in the third house. Now, on the 9th, Mars, which is the planet of action, aggression. There we go. Mars also rules, your drive and your initiative. Mars moves into the sign of Aquarius, which for you guys is your 6th house of health and daily routines, okay? So when Mars moves here, actually, let's move here. Mars is here, Mars in the 6th house. Now, Virgo, you guys are already, just generally speaking about the energy of Virgo, you guys are already very work focused, duty focused. You're workaholics. Now we've got the North Node here, which is going to be here till next year, till 2017. North Node in Virgo. Okay, so more Virgo-like themes are being brought about in your life to be even more Virgo, extra Virgo, right? Now, the 6th house is a similar energy to Virgo. So when Mars comes here, your drive and your action and your initiative is going to be very focused and driven on sixth house matters, which are the things that Virgo rules, like your health and your work and the duties that you do in your work environment every single day. So you guys are going to be driven. This is a good time to join a gym, get back into working out, start working out with a partner or something, or this can be actually, you're more focused on your own health. And yeah, so maybe letting go of like some old diets and stuff that don't work for you and things like that. Just really taking a lot more action towards health. Now, on the negative side with health, Mars, since it's, it rules very like fiery energy, okay? It can rule inflammation. And if the sixth house is health, it can kind of bring about like some inflammatory health issues. So I would be very, very mindful and careful of that. And try not to overdo things and burn yourself out with Mars in the sixth, especially when it comes to work, because you guys are workaholics, okay? You can work, and not in the fun way like Rihanna's song, okay? I'm talking about working overtime, working so many hours and working so much to where you burn yourself out physically and you forget to stop and take care of yourself. You don't eat properly, you don't drink enough water, you're just so like really, really focused into your work, really being a perfectionist and getting things done in detail to where you don't take great care of your health. So Mars can bring about some inflammatory stuff if you don't take care of your health. So really, really take care of your health this month. Use Mars's energy towards that to be more active in your health and also be more active in the workplace, but not overdoing it, of course. Now we're going to talk about Mercury. Mercury, this little guy here, he's a sign of communication and your logical thinking. He's actually your ruling planet as well. And Mercury moves into Sagittarius on the 12th. So for you guys, Sagittarius is your fourth house of home and family. Okay. So wherever Mercury moves, your mind is more focused there. So your mind is going to be more focused on your home and family life. Mercury is an energy of like organizing things and managing things. So you can start seeing things around your house that need to be organized and managed. I'm talking about like piles of papers stacked up, or, things that are out of place, which can really bug Virgo and drive Virgo bonkers. You may start seeing this stuff more and be like, okay, now it's time to do something about it. Now, this can also mean you are more focused, your mind is more focused on your family, on getting things, gathering things, and doing things, organizing things that have to do with family life in general. Saturn has been hanging out here since 2015, and he'll be here for about another year or so, okay? Saturn is the planet of hard work and discipline, and also mastery, okay? So you may have had to work very, very hard towards building things and doing things within your family. You may have had to become a position of authority within your family, to make sure that things are in order, maybe take care of some older or elderly or unable family members, like disabled family members, or ones that have like issues, like personal issues with like, their health, or with drugs and alcohol and addictions and stuff. A lot of Virgos I know are going through stuff like that. So you may have to step in and take charge. Mercury coming in here is going to help you even more with that, especially because around the 23rd, Mercury and Saturn, come on little buddy. All right. Mercury and Saturn are going to be at the same degree. Okay. And they're going to be communicating with each other even stronger. Mercury's going to ask Saturn, what do we need to do? What do we need to organize, in order to get our family life in order, or to help these family members that are unable and really need our help. This can also mean maybe moving. Maybe you guys are busy moving, and or maybe looking into buying or selling your house, or maybe just looking into moving and finding a new place to live. Mercury can help you to be thinking about that, to be organizing that. And then especially with Saturn in the fourth house, a lot of people, a lot of Virgos have been maybe building a house, or looking into having a house built, because Saturn is the energy of buildings and structures. So maybe structuring things around your home and your family life that's already existent, or building a new home can be possible. And then Mercury comes in and it's like, okay, all right, now let's put the finishing touches. Okay, what do we got to do? What do we got to do? He's really making you talk and think about that stuff a lot more. So that is around the 23rd. This energy is going to be very, very strong with these two together. Now, around the 26th, Mercury is going to make a trine aspect, which is a very positive aspect, to Uranus and Aries, which is in your 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house deals with taxes and inheritances and joint finances with other people. So with Mercury making an aspect to that, your 4th to your 8th, that means something, some sudden insight or some sudden ideas or things that are going to come to light as far as dealing with those things. So maybe like elderly or sick or disabled family members, or just like, just family members in general. They don't have to be, all of those things that I mentioned previously. You guys have to deal with like something that's like has to do with taxes together, or joint finances, or inheritances, maybe even coming up with like, family will or estate issues may come to light. And it doesn't have to be issues, just maybe really working hard within the family to make sure that you guys are financially protected in some sort of way. Like what do they call those? Yeah, like a family trust or something like that. Some of my Virgos may be working on those with your family just to make sure you guys are financially secure all together. So that's around the 26th. Now we're going to talk about Venus and Venus's transit. Here we go, back up a little bit. Okay, Venus is the planet of love and relationships and enjoyment of life in general, the 5 senses, and the human experience here on Earth. So Venus is going to move into Capricorn on the 12th, and that is your 5th house. This is your 5th house of fun, enjoyment, excitement. And when it comes to love and romance, it's like the casual romantic dates, the really fun dates you go on to where you're really just having a good time. It doesn't have to be strings attached, You're getting to know them, but it's on like that new love stage, a honeymoon stage, or like you're getting to know someone and you guys are flirting and you're like, finally, so you want to go on a date? Yeah, sure, why not? You guys do some really fun stuff. Maybe go to, there's a lot of fall festivals, winter festivals happening right now. Maybe just go and do some really fun and exciting things together. Go to the movies together. Go, if you guys are into sports, watch some sports games, or just some really fun, active stuff together. Really bubbly, fun energy is Venus going into the 5th house. Or if you guys have children, just spending some more quality time with your children and having some really, really good times with them. That can also mean this energy. Now, around the 25th, Venus and Pluto are going to be at the same degree in the sign of Capricorn in your 5th house. So I would say to my single Virgos, if you guys are dating casually, just be a little mindful of the fact that Venus and Pluto coming together. Venus is love and relationships. Pluto is an energy of power and domination, and can sometimes bring about a little bit of jealousy in relationships. So if you're trying to be casual with somebody, be very careful around the end of the month of them becoming too attached, maybe jealous, maybe, trying to dominate you and stuff. If that's not something that you want or that you're into, just be very, very careful with that energy. Be very, aware that can be brought about. Or maybe you might start feeling like that. Like you may feel like, just casually dating somebody. And then around this time, you'll feel a little bit more of a stronger pull towards them, like a little bit of an obsession in a way, or, like I mentioned, jealousy or something. So just be very careful with the Venus and Pluto energy. It can be a time to start getting to know someone on a deeper level rather than just the fun part. You may start really digging into them, like, who are you really? Like, let me see your ID and I want to know your criminal record and background. I'm just kidding. Kind of, sort of kidding. No, but really, it's really getting to know someone on a very deep level, even if it's somebody that you're casually dating. So Venus in conjunction with Pluto around the 26th. So on the 21st, the sun moves from Scorpio into Sagittarius. So it moves from your fun, casual, chatty 3rd house into your 4th house of home and family. This is the same place Saturn and Mercury are hanging out at, conversing and talking about, home and family matters. So the sun comes here and it starts highlighting this area a lot more. like, hey guys, I'm here to, you know, bring things a little bit more to light and to the surface, so that you can see. So the sun is like, hey guys, you know, what's going on up in here? Okay. All right. Well, I'm here to shed a little bit more light on this situation for you so that you can see things clearer. And that means home and family for you guys. So now let's talk about the lunar events. The moon, wherever the moon travels, whether it's a full moon or a new moon, it brings things to a close or to a new beginning, to a final decision. So first, on the 14th, we have a full moon that's in the sign of Taurus. That means the sun and moon are in opposite signs. Okay, so opposite ends of the spectrum of the zodiac wheel, if you will. So we have the sun here in your third. We have the moon up here in your ninth house. So we have the lower mind and the higher mind. Okay, we have the day-to-day stuff that you do, chatting casually, going here, there, to the store, the gas station, whatever. Then we have traveling long distances, going to another country, to another state, to another city far away. So this is also, it can have to do with education for you guys. Like maybe you've been working hard learning some new skills in this third house, and then this brings you to a point where you say, you know what, I want to take things to the next level. I don't just want to learn little tiny day-to-day, you know, pieces of data. I want to learn like hardcore, like higher minded stuff, like further my education. So that's why the moon is up here in the ninth house. It can bring you to that point to where you make that decision. This can also make some of my Virgos make a decision to travel, you know, to make a long distance travel plan. Maybe to travel to another country. Ooh, that would be exciting. So this is what the full moon can bring to you guys on the 14th. Now on the 29th, we have a new moon in the sign of Sagittarius. This is when the sun and moon are in the same sign at the same degree. This is at 7 degrees of Sagittarius, which is in your fourth house of home and family. So we've got Mercury, Saturn, hanging out here, working hard, organizing things within your home, family, maybe even looking to move or build a house or sell a house. Then we have the sun in here, already in here, looking around, trying to take charge about things. Now the moon comes in together. Bam, new beginning. Home sold, home bought, maybe move finally, you know, initiated, brand new house, new beginning within family. Maybe you finally come to a resolution about what to do with, you know, maybe some disabled or unable family members. Maybe even family members have been codependent upon you. Okay, that's what the 8th house deals with, codependency. So some of you guys could have had ups and downs, which Uranus rules, with family members being too dependent upon you for finances, and finally, you know, a decision is made with family matters to, you know, hey, let that go. Okay, stop being an enabler. That's something that these houses deal with as well. But on a positive note, definitely can happen for you guys if you're looking to buy, sell, move, anything to do with home, anything with big changes within the home. This can happen for you around this new moon, or it's initiated by the new moon that happens on November 29th. All right, Virgo, so that was it for your November forecast. I hope it was helpful for you guys in some sort of way. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see your monthly forecast every single month, because I will be here. And also, if you would like a personalized reading that's unique to you, don't forget to go to my website, which is indigomoon.astrology.com, and we can get something scheduled for you. All right, so take care of yourselves, Virgo. I'll see you guys in December next month. 2017 is almost here. Whew. All right, take care. Peace.